Here I have the 2014 question 11. This is Junior Cert Ordinary Level, and this is a question on geometry. So the question says, in the diagram below, so we have our line L here, and then we have our line K. So it says L is parallel to the line K, so these two lines are parallel, and then the angles, they've marked the angles on the diagram. So we have to write down a pair of angles that are vertically opposite. So vertically opposite angles are, say if we have two lines like this, well then this angle here and this angle here are vertically opposite. So vertically opposite angles are equal, and also this angle here is vertically opposite to this angle here, and vertically opposite angles, they're always going to be equal. So I can just pick any pair of vertically opposite angles. I might just go with B and D. These two angles are vertically opposite, so I could say my first pair of vertically opposite angles, I can write B and D. But I could have picked a different pair. I could have picked F and H. I could have picked E and G. So then my next one, I have to write a pair of angles that are corresponding. So corresponding angles, so this is vertically opposite here, vertically opposite. Corresponding angles are, say, if we have a line and then we have two lines that are parallel, well then this is corresponding angle to that. This angle is a corresponding angle to this one here. So I could say that C and G are corresponding angles. So, or I could have said A and E, or I could have said B and F, but I'm just going to go with C and G. So I'll write C and G. So now I have to write a pair of alternate angles. So alternate angles are, say, if we have a line here, so they're not exactly on the same, one is on the top, one is on the bottom. Let's say this angle here, or say if we have this angle, and we could also have, say if we go with, actually, so usually so alternate angle, they say one is kind of like this, and then the other one is a bit like this. So I might go with, we could go with, what one will we go with? So if we go with this one here and this one here, so these would be alternate angles. So try to think of the Z shape. So I can go with D and F. So if I want to pick a pair of alternate, I'll go with D and F. Or I could have picked A and G also. So the next part of the question is, given that angle A is 137 degrees. So we're told angle A, I'm just going to write this in, is 137 degrees. Find the measure of angles G and H. So angle A, so say if we try to consider it, so say this is a straight line here. So angle A and angle G are alternate angles. So if angle A is 137, well then angle G is also going to be 137 degrees. And if we want to get angle H, well, angle G and angle H so a straight line has an angle of 180 degrees. But if G is already after taking up 137 degrees, well then H is going to be equal to 180 subtract 137, because if we have a straight line, the angle altogether is going to be equal to 180 degrees. So we get that H is equal to 43 degrees.